Welcome aboard Villela. I'm Dusty.
I'm Carlotta, and this is Meet and Eat. No.
Yeah, I don't know, it's very weird.
So tonight I'm cooking a Sardinian-inspired dish. I'm using this couscous, cherry tomatoes, white wine, garlic, tomato paste, like oyster mushroom, soy sauce, essential, nori wheat. And this is because the guest that we have tonight has spent a lot of time in the water. And her name is Maeva. She's a sailor. She did a big crossing on a small boat. But I'll let her tell you more about it. And she's also a chef. So I hope she's gonna enjoy whatever I make. Yeah, they're coming. They're coming. Hola.
If you want a beer, shout. If you want a cigarette, whatever.
Yeah, Maeva. Yeah, I'm going to roll a cigarette before you start.
Of course.
Alright.
We'll start easy.
Yeah, okay.
What's your name?
I'm Maeva.
Maeva.
Yes.
Okay. It's quite an interesting name.
Yeah, it's a Tahitian name. My mother is from Tahiti, so they gave me that name. It means welcome in Tahitian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You don't know that?
No, I didn't know. I was trying to do a bit of research about Tahiti.
Yeah.
Another easy one. How was your day today?
My day was fine, yeah. We started from the same anchorage than you this morning.
Yeah.
We were in Corfu Bay today, and the wind was southeast, so I decided to move to that anchorage because it was a little bit swelly. Where did you guys? Yeah, you stay a little bit longer than me. How was it later?
It got worse.
Yeah.
So it was a good idea. By the time we came around, it was
because it was entering anyway, you know, with a little bit of wind. So I was like, this day will be crazy. So yeah, so I decided to come here. So we are on the north of Corfu now.
Yeah.
And yeah, my day was good.
Right.
Yeah, not much. Not much. Yeah.
We met quite a long time ago now. I think a year, I guess.
Yeah, something like that in Barcelona. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we never really spent much time together. But this season, a little bit of sailing on the same path.
Yeah.
And the other night, you mentioned one of your sailing stories that we found super interesting, and would like to know a bit more about and share with other people.
All right.
And that was crossing from Panama to Tahiti.
From Martinique to Tahiti.
From Martinique to Tahiti.
Yeah. Martinique in Caribbean. Yeah, I've met, so I was living at that time in French Polynesia.
Okay.
And so I started working on boats there. And I met so many people, you know, like sailings, you know, like people who were arriving there, you know. We did cross 2 oceans to get there. And I met so many nice people with amazing stories, and I was like, wow, I would love to do that one day, you know, because it was amazing. And so my friend Patrick, who was a skipper there, one day came to me and was like, do you want to cross with me? I'm just going to buy a Pogo 650 in France. Do you want to brought it with me in Tahiti from France?
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, what the fuck is that story? And you know, like So I started like a lot of people around me was like, oh, but Maeve, you are crazy. You're not going to do that. You don't have any experience of sailing. So that kind of boat is a mini. It's the kind of boat they use usually to do that race, the mini Transat. Yes, so it's like 650, but like the Pogo is a really nice boat, like made for that kind of race and Transat. And so very racy boat. And I didn't have a clue about sailing at the time.
Okay, so the Pogo, which is the type of mini Transat model.
Yeah, it's one of the brown,
okay.
Yeah, it's one,
It's 6 meters 50.
Yeah.
And Martinique to Tahiti was approximately?
Like, of navigation, you mean like 2 months of navigation?
Yeah.
But we spend like in total 3 months, like the time we are spending, like in Panama to wait for someone to help us to cross that Panama Canal, which was like another story to tell because it was a little bit complicated. And then we stopped in Panama, we stopped in Galapagos, and then arrived to Marquesias in French Polynesia before arriving to Tahiti.
Okay. And the distance was 4,000 miles or?
Something like that, a little bit less, I think 3,000, like a little bit more than 3,000 miles,
And okay, so you said that you living in Tahiti were influenced a lot by obviously the sailing scene community there. How did you grow up? You grew up in Tahiti?
No, I never grew up there, but I've got a lot of family there. My mother is coming from there.
Okay.
So, like in 2008, I decided to go there to spend more time with the family and spend more time because I didn't know much about French Polynesia. And I started like very randomly working on boats there because I knew someone. I didn't know that person, but like that was a contact of a friend of friend who was working on charter boats, and so I went to see him, and he offered me some jobs there.
Okay.
So that was really nice for me to work for them and work on boats because it was like the opportunity to discover a lot of islands there. There's so many islands. There are more than 100 islands in the French Polynesia.
Okay.
So, like when you've got the opportunity to work on boats, it's easy. You can discover the Tuamotus, the Leeward Islands, Tahiti, and everything. So yeah.
So you kind of went in that direction from point of discovery of like these awesome places.
Yeah.
And that's what got you interested in the sailing initially?
Exactly, because I'm coming from Brittany, but I never
another famous
sailing place, in France, and actually I never sailed so much there.
Yeah.
This is something that I discovered when I went to French Polynesia.
Okay.
And when I met like all my friends and all the people working with me, they had like so many amazing stories about traveling with boats. And I was like, wow, this is fantastic, one day I would love to do that. And that friend, Patrick, one day came to me and offered me that experience. So so I say yes, let's go.
It sounded like you jumped straight into the deep end.
I'm not sure I was really conscious about, I really realized the difficulties of that trip, on that small boat without engine, without toilets, or not many water on board. And so that was for sure I think I didn't really realize when, you know, I started that trip with him. But it ended up that it was a fantastic experience. But yeah, maybe a little bit difficult than others. I don't know, you know, like in a different kind of boat. But I learned at the end. I learned it, you know, like I learned to sail on that kind of boat. Like really, it's like a really light boat. And Patrick was really, you know, a really amazing captain. He teach me like, yeah, everything with a lot of patience, you know, and a lot of love as well. And he trusted in me, so which was super important, you know, like even if I didn't have a clue of anything at that time, he had the patience to teach me all those things. And I was totally like I was trusting him, like, because I knew that it was a good captain and someone I could trust, and because of his experience, and because yeah, that was a good character and a nice person to live with, which is really important when you are living on a 6-meter boat.
Yeah.
Because you don't have privacy, you know. I told you, like, we didn't have toilets, so we were using like a bucket.
Yeah.
So, you know, like it was like a really tiny space, but at the end, you know, like we were, you know, like respecting the small privacy that we have, and it worked out. Yeah.
So you had to do, well, you did develop like a routine.
Yeah.
With being able to live at sea and sail at the, you know, sail to your destination, but you had a watch.
Yes, we did have watch. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we didn't have like any fixed hours.
Yeah.
Because Patrick is not that kind of person, like really, you know, straight on his hand, and you know, like. But what we were doing, it's like during the daytime. So we had like a really good autopilot.
Okay.
We had like a NKI autopilot. I don't know if you know about that, but they are usually the kind of autopilot they are using for the race. It's a gyro pivot. Is even sometimes when you are starting, you know, steering, it's even better than you know, because it anticipates a lot. Anyway, that kind of pilot is using a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a lot of energy on board, so we had like a little solar panel, but a real little one. And we also had like a small generator, portative generator.
Okay.
So with that, we could only run the autopilot at night. That's it. So during the day, so we were steering all day. So with the heat, we didn't have any bimini and protection for the sun.
Yes,
so after 2 hours, it was enough, you know. We needed to change every 2 hours because it was really hot, you know. We were taking like a bucket of seawater every 5 minutes to cool down because it was really hot. So like every 2 hours or something like that during daytime, we were steering and doing watches. And at night as well, we were doing watches. But like, yeah, when you were ready, you will go and
take some rest.
And take some rest and wake the other one up, and yeah.
Because the boat, the mini Transat, is 6.5 meters, designed to be super light.
Yeah, and normally for one, you know, like
for
solo sail, yeah.
So it's not really a boat to live on for a long duration, especially not two people.
No, you don't. You don't have. You don't have any kitchen. I told you don't have toilets. You don't have. It's just like a empty space.
Yeah.
Without engine, just with sails. And so no, it's not made to live in. It's just made to race, and you know, like, so yeah, that was not that. I mean, the comfort was really, really minimalist, but the experience was, yeah, I don't know, because that's the thing. I totally discover like what was it to live offshore, to live on the ocean.
Okay.
And that's opened me something that, you know, I didn't know if I would like it or not, you know, like I was a little bit scared, you know, to get bored or to, I don't know, to get bored. It was a long, you know, days, and but at the end, you know, like you get to a point, you get to a routine, like all day is different, the sky is different, the sea is different, there is something, and at the end, yeah, the offshore life gets you to a routine, and you, I don't know, it opens you like a different level of thing, I don't know, so you don't mind about being minimalist at the end.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's just, you just can enjoy like the little things that can happen in a day, you know, like, you know, when you don't have so many comforts, you just live with the little things that you have, and it's amazing. It teaches you a lot about how to, yeah, live with.
And how old were you when you did the crossing?
All you're gonna do, I think I was 20, it was in 2008, I'm 40 now, 2009 it was.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was 20. And you are bad in calculation
How
too.
was so bad?
Can you help us?
13 years ago.
13.
27.
Yeah.
So, before getting sort of into the experience you actually had on the crossing, I wanted to ask if you had any expectations going into it, what you thought it was going to be like.
I had no
You remember?
idea. I think I had no idea what it could be, you know, like, I know, just remember my friends telling me like, but Maeve, what are you doing, you know, like, you're gonna be on a, you know, like it's a technical boat, you know, a little bit, you have to know a little bit what you are doing, because it's fast, and you know, like, the small setting you're gonna do, you know, it can makes you a lot of mistakes, you know.
Yeah.
So you have to know a little bit what you are doing. So everyone was like, you shouldn't do that, and then, you know, like, for the privacy thing, you know, and that's your friend, it's not your boyfriend, you're gonna be living in a small space, you know, like sharing your bucket of toilets, and you know, like things like that, you know. But I don't know, I think my only fears, you know, was like, maybe I'm gonna get bored, you know, like for all those days passing on the water, you know, maybe I'm gonna get bored, and maybe, I don't know, like, maybe, yeah, like the fact that you are staying with one person in a small space, you know, like how it's gonna be, you know, you don't know. So I think I didn't have any expectation. Maybe I was totally like unconscious, if I, you know, like, I was not really, yeah, aware of, you know, the risk or everything, and so I just wanted to jump on that adventure, you know, like, just like someone is offering you something like totally crazy, and yeah, let's do it, you know, especially because I was trusting him, and
Yeah,
I
so
did
you
it
were
well,
full steam ahead.
and I was like, yeah, totally trusting him, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it with you, you know?
Nothing
You
about
know,
like the boat possibly sinking or storms in the Pacific?
Actually, no. I think like when I started, I was like, nothing can happen to us, you know,
Wow.
like,
You were
and
pretty
it's just like,
confident.
just like a kid doing something new without thinking about the danger, and
Yeah.
I think I really started like that.
Yeah.
And that's funny because now, you know, with the experience, I will have to do the same experience now. I will be more scared. I will be like scared about some details of, I will be scared.
Because now you know.
Yeah, now I know, and like nothing very bad happened to us, like thanks God, everything went well. But there was still kind of situation. We had some kind of big, swells, like when you are going to the coast of Venezuela, there is one place, I don't remember the name of that place, but there is like a river coming to that coast, and then the weather is kind of changing on that area. I don't remember exactly the name, but they call it like the Cape Horn of that area, because it's like really swelly, the wind is stronger, so you have to go like a little bit further off the coast to don't get like the big swell and everything. But still on the 6 meters, like we had it downwind, like in a big, and Patrick was like, but what, so I was steering, and he was like, you have to watch of the swell coming, you have to watch at it, because we were like literally surfing it, and it was coming, and you have to take it on the right angle. And it was like, wow, this, like each time I was watching it, it was like fucking scary.
So the danger is that you would broach, perhaps, if you go onto the side of the wave.
That, like, I don't know the name in English, but if you go totally down, down like this of the swell, the danger can be that you are
pitch pole.
Yes, pitch pole with the boat,
Right.
So you always have to get the right angle to surf it.
Yeah.
So, and the wind, so we had to put the, how do you call it, the tormentine, like the small little sail.
Okay.
Under the front, the storm sail, yeah.
Yeah.
And still, we were like, literally surfing, and it was like kind of impressive, yeah.
Yeah, you said that you were getting 12 knots surfing down the wave.
Like I think we reached like almost 12, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, almost 12. I mean, the average speed was not 12 knots. It was like only when we did those big surfing that we could reach that speed, but normally we were like on average like maybe at 4 knots sometimes, like it was not and we were not pushing the boat crazy, like you will do in racing.
Yeah.
We wanted to arrive safe, and we were not rushing either. So, but yeah, one time I think we reached 12, but it was like, not every day like that.
What did you have any low points during the trip? The most difficult thing that you found, mentally or physically?
Actually, I think the worst part of it was when we were arriving to Panama, because on that area, so we were watching and seeing the coast of Panama. We were supposed to arrive soon, and then the wind stopped. We didn't have engine, so the wind stopped. We had like big storms everywhere. It was like, I think I never seen big storms like that. It was everywhere, like lightnings, a lot of noise, everything, and we were like stuck without engine, without wind, so no engine with the sails.
Yeah.
And stuck there on the dark, like with not so much visibility. And the current was bringing us back. So one day I told you we were seeing the coast.
Yeah.
And to reach it, it took us like 1 week.
Oh my gosh.
So we were going back.
Yeah.
And then like it was like a real fight, you know, with the sail. When we could see like a little breeze or something, we were changing the sails, like doing the small little settings who could help us to keep going. And I think it was the scary moment as well, because it took us 1 week longer as well to arrive to Panama.
Sorry.
It's alright. It was Tavalina.
So you go swimming again.
No, it's alright. And yeah, it was scary as well because so we were not sailing with a lot of weight on board, so we didn't have much water, much food. So for the water, for example,
How much water did you?
So for the biggest crossing, which took us 3 weeks, we had 120 liters of water.
Okay, 120 liters of
In
water,
Ghana.
21 days.
Yeah, so you know, just to we were using it to drink, to eat, because we had dry food, you know, dehydrated food
Yes, yeah,
on board
yeah.
to don't be too heavy.
Yeah.
So we were using the water to you know, for the food. So yeah, it's not that much, you know, for 3 weeks. It was how much for, you know, like 100 liters. You're gonna do the calculation
Yeah,
for me.
100
divided-
liters in 20 days. 10 days is 10 liters a day. 20 days, 5 liters a day.
Yeah, per 2. Divided per 2. I
Divided by 2.
think yeah. Are you sure about that? Yeah.
me check.
Anyway, it was not that much, and so yeah, when you're on that kind of situation, it's kind of scary because you getting low in water as well.
Did you ever run out of water?
No, we didn't. But we were at one point, as we didn't know if we will reach the coast. We were like, you know, we were watching as some cargo ship around, and at one point we were thinking maybe we should ask them to
Yes.
send us some water. But at the end it didn't happen, you know,
Okay.
like, but at one point you are a little bit
Did it rain during the trip?
so
Was there an opportunity to...
we had each time it was raining, we were recollecting the water, the rainwater as well.
Pretty on the
course.
edge.
Yeah, of course. Especially on that, you know, like when there were all those storms and everything, like every time it was the time to wash, you know, to have a little bit of shower and everything. Yeah, we did have like, shower, forget about it for sure. But we did had, you know, like something you are using for the flowers, you know, like something you are pumping and it's spraying
Yes.
for the, you know, I don't know.
It's like
how
a sprinkler, I guess.
Yes.
Builds a bit of pressure,
Yes.
pull a trigger, and it's kind of a shower.
Exactly. So we did use it, you know, sometimes to just rinse ourselves,
Yeah.
to just remove the salt. And but yeah, we just had that.
So it was 3 weeks from...
From Galapagos, from the canal to Galapagos, it took us 2 weeks.
Okay.
Normally on our plan was to cross it in 1 week or something like that. But we had the wind on the front, so it took us more time to reach the Galapagos. So 2 weeks to Galapagos, and then the longest was 3 weeks from Galapagos to Marquesias.
Okay.
Yeah, we stopped in Ivaoa in Marquesias.
Okay.
Marquesias are the first islands when you're arriving more north on the French Polynesia,
Okay.
and they are north of the rest of the archipels of French Polynesia, and they are amazing islands. You know, it's only, you know, big mountains, really greens, and amazing places.
And do you remember how you felt when you arrived?
Yeah, we felt like having a cold beer and having, you know, like we were dreaming as well about, you know, like the raw Tahitian fish that we made with coconut milk and everything, and we were just like, you know, craving on those things, you know, arriving to shore and having that Tahitian raw fish and a fresh cold beer. Yeah, that was and of course, like going and exploring that island, like, because it was the first time I was going there. Yeah.
Do you think that was the high point, or was there another point during the journey that you would say was, I don't know, made you feel the happiest at that point in time?
Yeah, well, I mean, the arrival to Galapagos was amazing too. When you're arriving there and you've got like iguanas, you know, like sea iguanas, turtles, dolphins, you know, like a lot of life, you know, just welcome you to the. So yeah, there were those kind of moments which was like, amazing, and like even like seeing a birds coming to your boat, you know, like this was like something. You know that you are getting to reaching the point, reaching the arrival. So, well, other amazing things, I don't know. I think every day you had like something amazing. As I told you, you are living with nothing, so like the little things, like just the weather or just the sky or just those little things become like amazing. And just reading as well, you are reading a lot. I was dreaming, I was remembering my dream a lot, which normally I don't do. I never remember of my dreams.
Right.
And when you have like, when you are sleeping, when you've got like a, you know, like watches, and when you don't have like a full night, you know, I don't know, when I was waking up, you know, like I was remembering all my crazy dreams, you know, like, and this is not something I usually do. For
example, must be something to do with the routine, or
yeah, maybe because you don't have like a long sleep, you know, like like if you are awake like every two, I don't know how it works, but yeah, like usually on crossing I remember my dreams a lot. Yeah, it's funny. This is nice. This is a nice
thing about the crossing.
Yeah, I love crossing for
maybe
those
because
things.
your mind is not as full with like all the things that happen when you're on land.
Maybe, I don't know.
Just guessing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
So sort of to finish, I wanted to ask, like, reflecting back on that trip, how it influenced what the sea means to you, or how it sort of changed your life in relation to being on the water since that time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been clear after that experience. It was like, wow, I discovered like another environment. I learned a lot about sailing, and I was like, my first things was like, keep going on that, because that was the environment I was feeling good. So, which I did, and I still do, because I love it. But also, telling me how, you know, small I am also on that world, and I still have some fears of that environment as well. You know, when I love sea, I love the oceans, I love sailing, but I still feel small on that. I don't know if you know what I mean.
I think so.
It's just like
it reminds you, gives you perspective on life, day to day.
Yeah, no, what I wanted to say is just like, you know, like the relation that you have with the sea, and this is still like an environment that I love and it gives me a lot of joy and everything, but I still like feel like really small on that, and I'm still like sometimes scared of it in some kind of situation. So I'm trying to be, I don't know, I don't know how I explain that. Is it clear for you or not at all?
No, I think I understand, but you try to be cautious.
Yeah,
still.
totally. Yeah, totally.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Is there something that you like about the risk or the seriousness?
Yeah,
of
I mean, if I like it or I don't know. It's just like, you know, when you are sailing, you should know that, you know, like sometimes you've got situation, you just asking yourself why I'm doing that, because sometimes you've got like really, you know, difficult moments and bad days, and you're watching yourself, but why I'm doing that? This is, you know, like, this is hard, this is, you know, like, you feel, you know, like you feel some fears but the following day it's like totally different, like the weather is changing and it brings you to another place which will be amazing, and so at the end I forget about the difficulties and all the shit you've been through.
Yeah.
And you forget totally about that, and it's what helped me to keep going. I mean, I do it naturally, but yeah, and the fact to be away from land as well, away from the crazy world that's bring us more freedom and more a different something different, more peaceful life,
more time as well.
More time, and yeah.
Well, congratulations on doing that crossing and having that experience. It must have been incredible.
Yeah, it was
incredible.
Yeah, but hey, once again, you know, like I think I was not realizing what I was doing when I did it. So for me, it was nothing incredible. I just follow seriously, like the incredible part was like the guy I follow to do that crazy thing. I just follow it.
Yeah.
You know, like he was the crazy guy, really,
yeah.
and he's still crazy. Right now, he's just like doing another crossing. Yeah, to Seychelles.
Okay.
Yeah, crossing down the, you know, like going
to Brazil or going through on the west coast, east coast.
You know what? I'm not sure. I thought they were passing through Brazil, but when I'm looking and watching at their, you know, messages and everything, it looks like from Canarias they went to Congo. So I don't know they even go to Brazil.
Okay.
I think they went like straight.
Down West Africa.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I don't know. So now the last messages I had from him, they were asking for, you know, like the how to do like the paper things when they arrive to Congo. So yeah, so they should be arriving soon. But he's a crazy guy. He's an amazing guy.
Yeah, he sounds like someone.
He's a crazy guy. I don't know. He should be 70 something years old now, and he's still crazy. He's still crazy. That's. I hope, you know, like, I don't know if you. Yeah, you will not be in Barcelona maybe, but I really think he will come to visit me in Barcelona this winter. Yeah. So I hope you will.
We might be in Spain, and you know.
Okay, I hope you will meet that guy, because he's amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure he has a few stories there.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stories, and yeah, you can't be bored with him. You know, like always have like. You can't be. Yeah, always with a lot of love and yeah. Well, we did it.
I think so. Thank you so much.
I felt like I talked a lot.
Yeah, you poured it all out. No,
I'm not used to talk about myself like that, and you just like, well.
Yeah.
So
and I don't know, dinner's probably almost ready. How is it going?
All right.